We're still seeing way too many people affected and lost to gun violence. It is unacceptable, period. No community should have to endure the level of gun violence we witnessed over the past 48 hours.
At least 15 shootings across Indianapolis over the weekend. 11 people shot, 2 of them killed. This afternoon, Metro Police and community leaders are once again asking the public to put down the guns. And that is where we start today at 4. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dustin Grove.
And I'm Felicia Lawrence. And we have the latest now on where these cases stand with police, who's been arrested, and the plea from community leaders. Ella Rhodes is actually here to break some of it down. And Ella, there's a lot here, and the police seem clearly frustrated, and it's just tough all the way around.
Yeah, exactly like you said, especially because we've seen a decline and a drop in gun violence in our community. So definitely that frustration is there. But I want to start by talking about the biggest shooting from over the weekend. It was a mass shooting on the west side of town, which killed 2 people and injured 7. We now know that the 2 people who died in the Shore Terrace shooting were 2 of the shooters, according to IMPD. At a press conference earlier today, Chief Bailey said this weekend was a setback for the progress the city has made when it comes to reducing gun violence. Police don't know exactly the reason that led up to the shooting just after 2 a.m. on Sunday. The shooting was outside in the parking lot of a liquor store. There was a nearby strip mall with a club, but police say they can't directly connect the club to what happened. They did say one man grabbed a gun from the waist of another man and started shooting. Then the man who had a gun in his waistband pulled out a second gun and started shooting. Police say those 2 men are dead, but there was a third person who may have shot the man who had the 2 guns. Chief Bailey says they don't know who the third person is. 5 people were caught in the crossfire, according to IMPD, and they didn't have an update on how those people are doing. As of yesterday, 3 of them were in critical condition. Chief Bailey urged people to walk away when situations escalate rather than pick up a weapon.
Your life is worth more than a moment of anger. Your neighbor's life is worth more than that.
He says a lot of these situations that they respond to are heat of the moment disturbances mixed with alcohol and temper. Police are still reviewing this video and talking with witnesses to figure out what exactly led up to this mass shooting.
Okay, it's just a lot going on with that particular case, but overall you want to see the numbers continue to trend down.
Yeah. And Chief Bailey also said if people in the community hear about a conflict brewing, it's important to contact police. Contact some community agency, let them know ahead of time to try and prevent some of this violence.
Yeah,
Ella
definitely.
Rhodes. Thank you, Ella.
Well, one of the incidents was a triple shooting on the northwest side over the weekend. This one happened around 11:30 Saturday night at 56th and Georgetown. You can see the scene here. Police say that's where 3 people were shot during a car meetup. Officers arrested a 21-year-old man on preliminary charges, including criminal recklessness.
And this afternoon, the Marion County Coroner's Office has identified the 2 men killed in that mass shooting early Sunday morning. They are identified as 38-year-old Rodney Taylor and 29-year-old Dante Hogans. They died. They were among 7 people shot near Shore Terrace and Eagle Creek Parkway. 57 officers responded to the scene. They say it stemmed from a fight in the parking lot around 2 a.m. We know at least 3 other victims are in critical condition.
Now to breaking news from ABC. The network just announced Jimmy Kimmel is returning to work tomorrow night.
So this comes about a week after the network pulled the show indefinitely over Kimmel's comments regarding the Charlie Kirk assassination. The FCC chairman then went on to a podcast and threatened to pull ABC affiliate broadcast licenses. Much more on this developing story throughout the evening here on 13 News and on NBC Nightly News with Tom Llamas. We will stay on top of the developments. Also, big story here. The Ball State employee fired for her Facebook post about the Charlie Kirk assassination is now suing the university.
Suzanne Swears was the director of health promotion and advocacy at Ball State until she was terminated last week. The ACLU is now responding with a lawsuit saying in part, and we'll put the statement up here on the screen, people do not forfeit their First Amendment rights when they are hired by government institutions. Public employees are free to speak on matters of public concern so long as they are speaking as private citizens. The statement went on to say Swears' Facebook post clearly meets these criteria and her termination was unconstitutional. Ball State is also reviewing another employee's social media post surrounding that incident as well. The university's chapter of the American Association of University Professors has also come to this employee's defense. They listed several reasons why. Among them, they argue her speech was private because her post was set to friends only. And beyond that, they say it did not incite violence and did not celebrate it.
So, of course, we'll keep you updated on this case as it makes its way through the court process.
All right, now to Sean Ash, who's pulling double duty today, weather and traffic. And we're starting with traffic because it has been a mess on the roads out there.
Oh, it really has. Even at noon today, Felicia, you and I on the air, we had some accidents then. A combination of wet roads. It's been dry, a little oil buildup, people driving too fast. Over 50 accidents since 6 o'clock this morning, Indiana State Police says.
And it's a Monday.
And it is a Monday.
Ooh, slow going there.
Like a Monday. So this is 465 near 21st Street, one of the latest accidents here. This is going to be 65 southbound. This is an area that typically gets slow this time of day here, but you can see that it's going to be curving around, and it's going to be another slow go taking 65 through the city. You can see we got some slow going as well. Just had a new accident. This is 465 on the northwest side of the city as well here near 71st Street. All right, so that's at least a couple accidents that are working. The roads are wet, and you can see here you're going to take some extra time getting home. Now, in terms of that rainfall, it's gradually going to be ending from west to east. Let me show you live Doppler 13 radar here, and you can see this is going to start to move out. Already happening areas west and northwest of Indy, but we still got some moderate rain that's falling there along 70 through Hancock County. And as we go to the south and east, got some gusty showers that are moving through the southern portion of Jennings County. You can see the clouds are clearing to the west and northwest, and that will be key in terms of what happens overnight tonight. So they get the rain going on. Best chance this evening is going to be east. It will start to end here by about 10 o'clock. And then we're going to set the stage for a rather foggy night and early tomorrow morning, perhaps enough to cause some school delays. We'll have more on that and another rainmaker ahead coming up in the 7-day forecast.